Exalted audience, our transdimensional sensorium web has detected a characteristic fracture in the temporal helices.
Can you be sure it is his vessel? There have been errors before.
Yes, my master. The fracture bears the hallmarks of your great enemy.
Then commence the void destabilization crystallization. It will come before us, and we shall be entertained even as it fights for its existence. But it will taste only obliteration.
Yes, exalted audience. We shall enact your orders as you have commanded.
That is acceptable. Go now. Transduct your consciousness into ephemeral forms and make our final preparations.
We shall. All has been prepared. All shall be as you have ordained.
And our prayer, once you have given us all your secrets, before the end, you will know us for who we truly are. There will be no escape for you this time, Dr. WHeasel, when you play the Regeneration game.
You drop some kittens and glue-ons on mittens, bright copper packages tied up with super strings. These are rarely the favourite things of cosmic adventurer Dr. WHeasel, who, with Advick Goose, journeys the universe in search of... well, they've never been very clear about that. But I'm sure crisp apple strudel will be playing a part in Dr. WHeasel and the Regeneration game, Part 1.
At the risk of gaining a stern rebuke and not wanting to interrupt your musical interlude, Dr. WHeasel, would you sound happy for once?
Huh? Yes, I am, Advick, my boy. For once, the Wheasel is behaving itself, and we've no pressing engagements. It's been such a quiet few weeks, I've even managed to get a few more pages into my novel.
You're reading a novel? No, wait, check that. You can read?
Of course I can read. Do you think I got through the Time Weasel Academy on Galloway without being able to read?
Given your past performance, I rather assumed the Time Weasel Academy lent heavily towards colour your own degrees.
Cheeky goose. Like any highly intelligent person, I have a passion for literature and delight in the written word. There's nothing quite like immersing yourself in a good book, challenging your perception of the universe and reality, or just exploring the life world of someone utterly unlike yourself. Do you understand, Advick?
Oh, most certainly, Doctor. Why, I've been recently devouring 50 Shades of Grey myself.
Okay. Well, far be it from me to pass judgment as to anyone else's literary engagement. Stupid.
And what is it that you're reading, Mr. High and Mighty Time Weasel?
Oh, it's a philosophical work that asks a searching question involving the finite and the infinite, embodied within the mundane framework. It certainly had me reconsidering all the preconceptions I had about domestic water supply networks.
Domestic water supply networks? What are you reading? Is this it? The Tiger Who Came to Tea? This is a children's book.
Only on the surface. Look, here, the tiger drinks all the water in the taps. But he's only one tiger, and reservoirs contain millions of litres of water. How did he do that?
Perhaps he's bigger on the inside.
The Tiger Who Came to Tea is a living Wheasel? Advick, consider my mind blown.
Doctor, what's that?
Groblox! Something's happened to the time vortex. It's crystallizing around us, which means we could be hurled out of it.
You've landed, at least. That's always a good start, rather than rampaging daffodils or paramilitary bumblebees outside.
We didn't land so much, old fruit, as we're forced down. Nothing should be able to affect the Weasels like that, Advick. Nothing. Only the Time Weasels have that degree of technology. Oh, Groblox.
Oh, Groblox what?
It's the Time Weasels. They must finally have used the time scoop to detain me for pinching the Weasels in the first place. I thought they weren't too bothered, so long as I was content to potter around the universe, putting the occasional right wrong, but basically staying on the down low. I guess I was wrong.
You mean the Weasleys is stolen goods, and the Cosmic Space Police have just pulled us over to give you a ticket? Or perhaps we're really, really lucky to give you a long custodial sentence. Yeah, that'll be rich.
Come along, Goose. Let's go have a word with them. I'm sure we can smooth this all out, throw ourselves on their mercy, and be back in the vortex in no time. And just remember, let me do all the talking.
Dr. WHeasel and Advick Goose, come on down.
You know, Doctor, if you ever asked me what your home planet Galloway and the Time Weasel Citadel looked like, I would never have guessed like a game show set. Like a really tacky, cheap, regional ITV game show set too.
Don't be shy, guys. Come on. The game's about to start and there are fabulous prizes to be won. Give them some encouragement, everyone.
Unless something's drastically changed since I left, this isn't the Time Weasel Citadel, Advick. I don't like this one bit. It's all wrong. Come on, back in the Weasley sharpish. I don't like the look of those guys' big shiny teeth.
Oh no, don't try and be a spoily sport, Doctor. We've popped the Weasleys into a trans-time temporal field. You can't get back in there. Not unless you win the chance. Come on, everyone. Let's give him some more encouragement.
Okay, Advick, let's play it their way for now. I'll invoke the Declaration of All Time. It's a universal law that all sufficiently transcendent species agree to abide by. It guarantees our universal right to a fair hearing. By the strictures of the Declaration of All Time, I, Dr. WHeasel, demand to speak to your supervisor.
Oh, Doctor, I'm afraid your crummy old declaration isn't worth the parchment it's written on. Here you are beyond time, beyond spaces, and its laws no longer apply.
Beyond time and space? Again? Typical. Must be Thursday.
Look, okay, you're clearly holding all the cards, but answer me these 3 questions. Where the grub-looking heck are we? Who the flipping-de-flip are you? And just, what am I and the goose doing here?
Certainly, Doctor. After all, I'm sure our audience at home would like to be reminded of the rules before the games commence.
Where you are is Omni-Gameatron, a glittering showbiz palace just ever so slightly adjacent to the cosmos you know. It is here that myself and my charming co-hosts work our magic to produce the most splendiferous and entertaining games of chance, logic, and skill that the universe has ever seen.
What we are is Primarators. I the first, he the second. Together we serve as first among all the hosts of this galaxy of entertainment. We explain the games and their rules, award the prizes, and determine the forfeits.
Ooh. Games? Prizes? Hang on, this is starting to sound better and better.
But Dr. WHeasel, what about those forfeits? They sound quite important.
Shut up, Goose. So, Primarators 1 and 2. Oh, come off it. If this thing's going to be a glorified game show, you've got to have better names than that. I'm calling you Terry, and you can be Scylla.
As you wish it, Doctor. Now, are you ready for the games to commence? Because I can tell you, our audiences here and at home are. Isn't that right, folks?
I'm going to hate myself in the morning for agreeing to this, but yes, we're ready to play. Not like we seem to have much choice in the matter.
Wonderful, just wonderful. In which case, let's have a big round of applause for Dr. WHeasel and Advick Goose as we start round 1 of the Regeneration game with Scylla and Terry.
Regeneration game? That sounds more concerning.
Okay, before we start round 1, let's just go over the rules. Each round, you, Doctor, and your lovely companion will face a different mental, physical, logical, or skill-based challenge in one of the numerous Omni-Gameatron contestant zones.
Each zone is unique and nothing like the previous one. Hence, you'll need all of your famed wits about you if you're going to win the grand prize.
And just what will this grand prize consist of? It better not be a poxy caravan.
Oh, it was a spa weekend. I could really do with a nice long pamper.
Why, the grand prize, Doctor, is we restore your access to the WheasDiz and let you depart.
I see. And I presume if we lose, you'll keep us here playing your daft games for all eternity.
No, Doctor. You see, losing means you lose your life.
Haha, you're welcome to try. We time weasels have a way of cheating death.
We know. That's why each time you lose one of our games or try to break the rules, we will strip one of your regenerations from you. And if you lose them all...
Game over, Weasel. Game over.
Will Advick Goose find a way to take a ride on the Wheel of Fortune? Can the Doctor win the Regeneration game, or will he face complete wipeout? I'd be surprised, as he's known to cheat at stakes and ladders. But find out if he's in real jeopardy in Dr. WHeasel and the Regeneration game, Part 2.
Dr. WHeasel, the Weasel Teleaudience Prize production, featuring Randolph Weaseling as Dr. WHeasel, Doing Goose, Advick Goose, and Commodore and Joe Scott as the Primary Does.